Welcome to Opinionated Cigars. It's your boy Mutt. This is where we put our opinions in the air like smoke as we smoke. We got ourselves a battle of the shades. We got the Nuca Rustica Connecticut Shade, the Blackened S84 Shade to Black, and the Drew Estate Shade. We're going to put these up head to head over the next couple of days, take advantage of my lunch break, and we're going to see which one come out on top. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it with opinionated cigars. Let the wisdom flow like a river beneath the distant stars. No need for anger, no need for the fight. Just honest conversation, burning ever so bright.
So first off, we got the Drew Estate Shade. So this has a Ecuadorian wrapper, a Sumatra binder, and a Dominican and Nicaraguan filler. It's a creamy and balanced cigar with notes of earth, vanilla, caramel, and pepper. I'm not gonna make these videos too long because they're three, so I'm doing them in halves. And let's get right to it. It's cut up and it's lit up. Let's get to it. Yeah, good amount of pepper on the retro hill. Not overpowering, not too strong. Just let you know it's there. Other than that, the initial draw is extremely smooth, creaminess, and vanilla. Gonna do this half. Be right back. So through that first half, I'll say almost after about 5 draws, it the pepper on the retro hill it faded. It faded off, and I started to get more cedar on the tongue mixed with hints of vanilla. On the retro, it was replaced with a light caramel, and overall, it's just been an extremely smooth smoke. Now, I started with the shade because I'm accustomed to the shade. This is my go-to. This is what I always smoke. I smoke this more regularly. So the other two, not so much. That's why I'm gonna stack those against this one to see if you can knock this one off the top spot, and we'll find out about that. Because of the lightness of the cigar, you could pair it with any kind of light drink you may have. I would say a light wine, coffee, of course. I've even had this with tea. I like lemon in my tea, and that went well with it. You drink this with a fruit punch, a juice, smoke it by itself with water and enjoy it. I probably wouldn't use a very harsh liquor like a very strong bourbon because it'll overpower the cigar. But pretty overall, it's just a very smooth cigar. Flavor, mild. Be right back. So through the second half, same consistency. Um, Cedar on the tongue with light vanilla, the caramel on the retro. Smooth stick all the way through. The shade is always the same. See that Drew Estate razor sharp burn, signature smoke output. Shade it's up there. We're gonna see how the others compare. So that's it for this one. I'm gonna get back to you and we'll carry on. See how I stack up. Alright, so today we're gonna be doing a Nuca Rustica Shade, also by Drew Estate. And just like the Drew Estate Shade and the Blackened S84, this is also made with a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with Nicaraguan fillers. Now, this cigar has notes of cream, cedar, peanut shells, earth, and a very light general spice. It's already been cut up. We're gonna get it lit up, and we're gonna get right to it. We are lit up. First off on this cigar, not much on the draw, but I'm catching cedar on the retro hill. Cedar and a slight spice, like a little light pepper. Light though, not too much. Yeah, definitely a little pepper on the retro hill, cedar on the retro hill. Not much on that initial draw. But just like the shade, we're gonna do this in halves, because like I said, we got 3 of these to do, and I don't want to be a super long video. So I'm gonna get through this first half, and I'll be right back. So halfway through the Nuca Rustica, the pepper, it faded off on a retro hill, so now it's just more of a sweet cedar on a retro. On the tongue, catching a little nuttiness, little nutty flavors, and that's pretty much it for the first half. So a little nutty on the tongue, sweet cedar on the retro, but enjoyable. And just like that shade, it's just as smooth. Just like that Drew Estate shade, just as smooth. You see the burn. So, hey, still rolling. I get back to you. So, through that second half, the Nuca Rustica Shade, Connecticut. It stayed consistent with flavors of the cedar, like a sweet cedar on the retro hill, and slightly nuttiness on a draw. I did start getting more of a burn taste when it got like shorter, and I tried to take my time with it, so I wasn't initiating it. So, but the taste on my tongue is more of a slightly burn taste. So it started out well. I could also see this drinking coffee, something light with it, and it'll do well with that. So to round this little head off, we're gonna be doing the Blackened S84 next, and then we're gonna put them all together and see which one come out on top. But right now, I will say the shade is still holding its top spot. This is a good cigar. Don't get me wrong. The Nuca Rustica Shade is a good cigar, but I'm not gonna put this over the Drew Estate Shade. Not right now. So we're gonna see if the S84 where it fall in line. See you on the next one.
Grand finale.
All right, so part 3 to our lunchtime battle of the shades. We got the Blackened S84 Shade to Black. Also a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with Nicaraguan fillers, with notes of sweet cream, toasted cedar, honey, roasted nuts, and finishing with cocoa and bacon spice. It's already cut up. Let's get it lit up and go. And we are lit. Let's go to it. So, initial draw, cedar. Got cedar on the initial draw with a little slight pepper on the retro hill, which is reminiscent to the shade and the Nuca Rustica. They both initially on the retro hill had that slightly peppery taste, but they also faded within the first third. So, considering this is also made by Drew Estate, I'm expecting the same thing. But as of right now, you got the little cedar, a little slight pepper. And slight notes of vanilla. So that's the initial. I'm gonna leave those notes at that. Go through this first half. Be right back to you. All right, so through that first half, like I expected, that pepper died down on Retro Hill, and it was replaced with notes of vanilla. No vanilla start coming in, start tasting that. Um, the tongue remain strong cedar with that toasted nut flavor, like little nutty flavor. And that's primarily all I'm really getting off of this stick right here. The cedar with the nuttiness on the initial draw, and then slight vanilla on the retro hill. It's coming out real smooth. The cedar stays on the tongue, so throughout that toasted taste stays on my tongue from the nuts. I guess that stay on my tongue. The retro hill it adds to it nicely though, and it smokes very smoothly. As always, we got that Drew Estate burn. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Finish the second half. Be right back. Wrap this up. So, do that second. Here we go. The S84 Blackened Shade to Black. Mostly cedar, little nuttiness on the initial, the vanilla on the retro. Like I say, that cedar stay on the tongue. That cedar, that little toasted nuttiness, it stay on the tongue. Um, what would I place this between the other two? Now, in my opinion, this is always just my opinion. I'm gonna keep that Drew Estate shade at the top. That's my favorite one out of all of them. It's just a smoother stick all the way through. Um, the flavor on it is it's light. Of course, it's a light flavor, but it's just enjoyable. You could match it with anything. All of them, I would say, are light enough to match with a light drink. Coffee, tea, juice, water, wine. They're light things. Match up with all of them. None of them I would match with a bourbon or anything strong that'll overpower the steak at all. When it comes to the shade, if you like that little dark, that little burn like taste on your tongue, then you'll enjoy this more. To me, as far as going for a smoother stick, a smoother smoke, it's gonna be the Drew Estate Shade for me. That's gonna be the winner in my book. So ranking them, I'm actually gonna rank them the way I smoked them. The Drew Estate Shade was the smoothest by far out of all of them. The the Nuca Rustica was just as smooth, a slight more complex, but not much more. And it towards the end, it did get the little burn taste towards the end. So I keep that a second. This one, that little burn taste stayed like throughout, but that's just like part of the profile on it. So I make this third. Of course, you can smoke all three and rate them totally different from me. That's your opinion, and you have the right to that. So, Battle of the Shades, Drew Estate Shade wins for me. Now, they're all Drew Estate, so ain't no losers here. But that's the one that I buy on a more consistent basis. You can say I'm a little biased on it because I've already been accustomed to liking that cigar and enjoying it. So that just is what it is. Smoke them for yourself, though. Find out for yourself. See what you like. Form your own opinion. That wraps up my lunchtime specials. Um, See y'all back at the doghouse, man, for the next review. As always, thanks for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, let me get a like and subscribe. Definitely let me get a like. If you watch the video, hit that like button. I need them likes. Put a like on it. And just as much as I need them likes, let me get a subscribe. Never know what I'm gonna come with next. I got more little stories to tell. Anything might just pop up. Never know. It's all unpredictable. Just gonna come with it. So get that like and subscribe. Throw some smoke as we vibe. Outside bars. Go Pasita.